Mangala, my brothers and my sisters. Good afternoon. Hotep, I greet you in our ancient Kemetic language. Hotep means peace. Amandala, meaning power, power to the people. I want to see who's going to hang out with their brother today. All right, we put on some music, give you just a few minutes to come on in. I'm about to move on in. All right. Ashe, Ashe, Amandala. Sister Queen Margot. Hotep, good to see you, my sister. Brother Chris in the house. Hotep King. Mandela. All right, my brothers and my sisters, me cut this off. All right. I greet you. To those who are on, if you're on, I can see a few people, but I can't see everybody. And I know we have a notification sent out difficulties. People have told me about that. However, we must continue. Good afternoon. I greet you once again in the ancient Kemetic language, Hotep, which means peace. Also, Amandla, which means power to the people. Thank you for tuning in. Good afternoon. And we hope all is well with you and yours. We appreciate you coming in. We do not take your presence lightly. And those of you who may not know me, who may see this later on today or during the week, my name is James Anyabwile Wilson. I am the spiritual teacher, aka the Awakener of the God in Action Ministries Spiritual and Cultural Center. We thank you once again. We do not take your presence lightly, as I said. And brothers and sisters, when you come on, you become part of the gang, the team, the posse, the tribe, the village. So therefore, when we are part of something so grand and so great, we have responsibilities. So if you know how to, brothers and sisters, and I know a lot of us are computer and technologically savvy, could you please share this information with someone? You can text them, messenger them, email them, share, whatever it may be. Let them know that we're on today, because I'm going to be dealing with a topic that is very serious, but also sensitive. And I really did not, I don't know why, I feel a little nervous today about sharing this topic. And I know that how I feel, I know a lot of other people who feel probably don't want to even deal with this topic or hear it, because it will kick up some feelings that you thought that you dealt with. When I say you, whoever is listening to this, and if it applies to you, or you may know somebody this may apply to. All right. So I just want to share that, brothers and sisters. So let me share with you what my mission is. My mission is to inform, not to convince, not to get you to believe what I believe, to accept what I accept, to change your mind about anything. My job is to inform, not to convince, with the hope that you will go and do the research of the things I shared with you. All right. My mission is to encourage you, to teach you how to be an analytical and critical thinker, so that when someone teaches you something or shares something with you, you just not take it because it sounds good. That once again, you would take the time out to do the research to see if the person's telling you is factual, proof, or if there's evidence, even when I say something. So be an analytical and critical thinker. My mission is to challenge your mind, challenge you, because a lot of us have been indoctrinated to think one way. And if there's anything that comes that does not line up with what you've been taught all your life, you think what you're hearing is negative, is wrong, is from the devil. You know what I'm saying? So we have to learn how to be more open-minded, okay, to receive and to hear other information. If you really believe in what you believe in and stand on your square, no matter what comes in your mind or no matter what comes your way, it shouldn't shake you. It wouldn't shake you. So be open-minded. You may learn something. And also, mainly, my mission is not to try to convert you to any religion. No. I do not subscribe to any religion. I am not a part of any denomination, though I am a licensed and ordained preacher, legitimate. I did not purchase it off the internet, okay, or go somewhere and pay me money for it. I got it legitimately, okay, when I was a part of an association, a big national association, local, state, and national, okay. I do not subscribe, like I said, to any religion or denomination, right? Though I respect all of them as long, that's key, they are used as instruments for the liberation of Black people. Ashe? And because I say Black people, it does not make me anti-white, anti-Asian, anti-Jew, anti-Europe, anti-Indian, anti-nothing. The reason why they're so powerful, those groups I named, because they put themselves first. Okay? First. There's nothing wrong with that. Ashe. So I just want to share that with you, brothers and sisters. And once again, please share. And I thank those of you who do share. Thank you, and continue to share the platform. Ashe. All right, we're going to move in. Like I said, Brother Chikari, Hotep King. Like I said, I don't know about the notifications and stuff. People say they're having problems, or people just may be having a nice day today and it's chose to do other things. No problem. I'm not mad at you. Ashe. I was moved to write this message because a few days ago I saw this news report. I don't see why it's not all over CNN, CBS, and Fox News and all this other stuff. They worrying about Joe Biden falling on the damn stage. That's breaking news. But I saw this news, and it's not fake news. It was 5 grown men, professionals, okay? Some worked at Disneyland. Some worked as superintendents in schools, right? Others were did communities, service in the community. All right? And they was all married men. It disgusted me. And this ring, these 5 men, they married men, and they had children, little children, girls and boys. They got caught. This was a pedophilia ring. They was distributing child pornography. And they even had little 3-month-year-old, 3-month-year-old children, babies, up to 12 or 13, having aggressive sex with these babies, little babies, 2-3 months old, got their hands handcuffed behind their back. They performing all kinds of sexual acts on these children. I know why. I told you I'm a little uncomfortable with this today. And I can see why a lot of people not tuning in today, because let me tell you something. A lot of people, quiet as is kept, have been sexually abused. I'm trying to be kind. I know I talk strong. I'm trying to be kind. They've been sexually abused, or they know somebody who have been sexually abused. And this right here would trigger some things that they thought that they got rid of. They suppressed it, but it's still there. They're not healed. So I hopefully that this will help heal somebody and help somebody and get us to protect each other and our family. These men, once again, I'm going to take my time today. If I'm a little too long, you come back later and watch it. Grown men with families, wives, and children caught up in child pornography from babies from 3 weeks old and up, aggressive sexual acts. And their spouses did not even know they was living double lives. Once again, our subject today is sexual abuse. Take your life and power back. Sexual abuse. Take your life and power back. Many of us have heard of someone, or we know of someone who had been sexually assaulted, sexually abused. Statistics say 1 out of 4 or 1 out of 6 women in this country is a survivor of an attempt or complete sexual abuse. That's the number that is reported, because sexual assaults is an unreported violent crime. And not only does it affect women or children, but it also affects men or sexual abuse survivors. So it is not a man issue, a woman issue, a child issue. It's a community issue that affects everyone. All right, brothers and sisters. I know, like I said, we just move in. The Black church, that's my focus. The Black church, I'm not putting it down, but we can do better. The Black church talks a lot about how having children out of wedlock and sex outside of the institution of marriage, how it is a sin against God. You know what I'm saying? You can't sleep around, the sin against God. But it doesn't talk about sexual assaults and sexual abuse. Quiet as it's kept. A lot of the people in their congregation, in the church, right, which are women, have been scarred and traumatized after being sexually violated. And you also have men, a lot of men have been violated as children, also in prison. They'll never come out and tell you that. A sexual predator, he takes advantage. It could be a young person or older person. It could be a male or female. It's not just a man. Don't get confused. Don't let that fool you. Don't drop your guard. A sexual predator takes advantage of vulnerable men, women, and children. And that is the reason why a lot of light should be shined on this covert violation of human life, so that we can protect ourselves and the ones we love. In today's message, brothers and sisters, I'm going to cover some very important things about the devastation of sexual abuse or assault. I'm going to keep using those words. All right? I'm going to deal with how you can do everything in your power to protect yourself and your family from becoming victims. And I hope that it will encourage you to take your life back. Begin to take your life back if you have experienced sexual assault or abuse, right? Take your life back so that you can heal and move forward in your life. Are you hearing me, brothers and sisters? So I'm going into the scripture. All right, I'm going to use Bible because a lot of people like go to Bible. So I'm going to use that scripture. All right, it's found in Sam's. Let me see, 2 Samuel's, the 13th chapter. You can read that on your own time. Okay, 2 Samuel's 13th chapter, and I'm just going to break some stuff down. All right. In this biblical story, you find in 2 Samuel, the 13th chapter, I believe it's, King David, according to this book, had a beautiful daughter named Tamar, Tamar. According to the story, she was an innocent young lady and a virgin, meaning that she never volunteered to give her body over to a man or anybody sexually. And Tamar, she had a half brother named Ammon, Ammon, and he fell in love with his half sister. And he was so obsessed with her that the brother couldn't sleep. It made him sick. That's how obsessed he was with his sister. So jump street. From the jump, this dude, Ammon, his mind was already wired the wrong way. Already his mind was twisted because he looked at his own sister sexually. We're going to be dealing with some different things, so hang with me, brothers and sisters. The story goes on to say that Ammon, who was obsessed with his sister, he had a cousin named Jonadab. And Ammon confided in his cousin that he wanted to get with his sister. He wanted to make love to his sister. That he loved his sister. So his cousin collaborated with him, plotted and schemed to set up Tamar, this girl, a sister, so her brother could have sex with him. Now, did you know this is in the Bible? Why do we skip over these things, these topics that need to be talked about? We talk about some damn baptism, paying your damn tithe, okay, taking Holy Communion, supporting your pastor, buy a banquet ticket, go to the gospel concert. But we skip over topics like this that's ravaging our families and our community. Let me collect myself. So this Negro, the cousin, decided to plot with Ammon to set his sister up. Check it out, brothers and sisters. I'm going to take this and bring it today. Today, a lot of adults, we talk about the young people and the teenagers should get themselves together. They need to be more careful. Today, a lot of adults are getting on dating sites. I don't give a damn if it's Christian dating sites. You got Christian crazies out there too. You got Christian killers out there too, so-called. You got Christian liars out there too. Christian thieves out there too. Muslims, Buddhists, Israelites. You got them out there too. So you're going on these sites, Christian sites, all the sites. And our older and younger people alike are meeting others in chat rooms. People you really don't know. And you really don't know where their mindset is at. But you build in intimate relationship with them, meaning intimate, though you don't see them physically yet, you catch feelings. You know, them little tingles. And just because you met somebody sexy in the chat room and on the internet and social media sexy and cute, male or female, does not make them mentally balanced, and it does not make them kind. Just like they was trying to set Tamar up, Ammon's sister, to have sex with them. Social media is setting up adults and your babies with people who are twisted, just like this brother in here who want to get with his own sister. Since the pandemic, social media have been used like never before because people were locked up in the house for 2 years. They had nothing else to do. So the only way they was able to connect, make love connections or so-called friend connections, intimate connections. And some of you connected with some old friends from the past. You think they're the same as they was in elementary school, in high school. People change. So the social media became a powerful tool during the pandemic, right? A tool that is being used to set up and take advantage of vulnerable and needy people. First Peter, I'm going to use a little scripture, verses 5 and 8. And I'm being sensitive, y'all. It teaches, be alert and sober-minded. Your enemy, the devil, I ain't talking about no daggone spook under some damn ground, some invisible thing floating around. The two-legged devil, people dressed up in sheep clothing. The devil prowls around like a lion, seeking whom he can devour. Be alert. See, I'm not trying to teach you to live life in fear, brothers and sisters, or being a paranoia, or being overly cautious or suspicious of everybody, jumpy and suspicious. No, I'm not. No, but I'm encouraging you to be wise and alert at all times, especially dealing with the sick minds we see surfacing today. Holler if you're with me, brothers and sisters. Ammon, going to the story. Ammon's cousin, you have to keep these names in mind. Ammon's cousin, Jonadab. This is the one supposed to set up Tamar so his brother Ammon can have, so she can have, so her brother can have sex with her. According to the story, the cousin, Jonadab, was successful in convincing Tamar, the sister, to go to her brother's house. And when she arrived there, out of love for her brother, you know, that's my brother. She fixed him his favorite meal. And the brother, which his name is Ammon, he asked her to feed him his food that she made for him in his bedroom. This story is in the Bible? I thought it was just about Jesus walking on water and the 12 disciples. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff up in there you ain't gonna hear about, but you're gonna learn today. So as she went in the room, that's my brother, I feed him in the room. A sign of love and respect. As she was feeding him, he grabbed her and demanded her to have sex with him. And I know when she did that, I know she was shocked. I know she was stunned. I know she was confused. I know she couldn't believe what just came out of that nigga's mouth, that Negro's mouth. What is this telling you? What is it telling your baby? You may say, I'm grown. This don't apply to me. All right. Oh, you got some babies? You got some nieces and nephews and daughters and all these different things and people that you love. You better pass this on to them then. Speaking in love. What is this telling us? If somebody says something to you that is off the wall and makes you uncomfortable, get away from that person or people. Run. Tell somebody that you trust what happened. If you come around and they're looking at you all kind of weird, like I said, it ain't just a man. I know I walk around, I see men looking at me weird, looking at this. I'm a man, and men doing that. I'm walking in the street, they driving past, breaking their neck, staring. I said, damn. You think I look sexy? I'm dead serious. So don't get confused and think it's just man. It's man, women, and children and youth. So if they look at you weird, in a weird way that makes you uncomfortable, brothers and sisters, tell somebody you trust. If a person tries to get you to come to their house, try to lure you to their house, don't ever go. Especially if you're not comfortable. And if they get upset with you for saying no, definitely don't go and change your mind and go. Or if somebody don't really, if someone you don't really know too much about, and you decide to hang out and do something, don't go without letting someone know where you're going. See, y'all get too confused. Y'all meet somebody for a week, a month, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months. Ooh, I know him and he knows me. You don't know that person. They're showing you the best side of themselves. They don't know you and you don't know them. So you drop your guard. I know them now. Now you're all around your children, all around, all in your bed, and then you get used and abused. I'm talking about anybody. I didn't love him. I didn't like him anyway. No good. You don't know these people. You have to spend time with people to get to know them. Because people are great actors, brothers and sisters. So you don't put yourself in a position to be going somewhere to somebody that you don't know without telling somebody where you're going. A predator, a sexual predator, can be very charming, nice. They can make you laugh. They can seem very caring. But don't ever drop your guard, brothers and sisters, on people because you don't know what hidden agenda they may have. This is the world we live in today. This ain't no damn multiculturalism, kumbaya, Garden of Eden, loving scriptures, obey. Love your enemy. Do good who despitefully use you and persecute you. Do good, nigga, ain't gonna be around you. Let alone try to do good towards you. I'm emotional today, y'all, so please bear with me. This is a very serious topic. I know of a person who went to this party and she met this dude there. And he asked her to come to his house after the party so they can just hang out, they can chill, listen to some music. And she decided to go without letting anybody know. And the dude ended up drugging her and sexually abusing her and violating her. And to this day, she can't even remember the person or where he took her to abuse her. But he was charming. He was cute. He was attracted to her. He had smooth words. And she went without telling someone that where she was going. So when Almon, I'm going to go back and forth from the story. So when Almon, tell you true story in this story. When Almon asked his sister, Tamon, to have sex with him, or he demanded it, she didn't consent. She didn't consent to it. According to the story, she said, "No, my brother." Look at that. "No, my brother." Damn, that power. "No, my brother. No, come on, my brother. No, my brother. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, my brother." But Ammon wouldn't listen to her, and because he was stronger, he took advantage of her. Let me tell you something, nigga. Yeah. Just in case you may be listening, nigga, negress, baby nigga, teenage nigga. When somebody say no, it means no. When someone says please don't means please don't. I know. I ain't gonna be a preacher talking like that. If this don't touch you, your heart is solid as hell. When anybody I know is violated, I suffer the pain also. That's how I'm connected to my people. It ain't about me, myself, and I. It's about we, us, and our. That's African thought. So excuse me, y'all, for catching feelings. Being human. See, y'all think that predators look like a monster. This was her brother. Her cousin collaborated. This is blood, this family. Who did this to her? People think these predators look like monsters or perverts or look weird. Well, my research revealed to me that a lot of people who are sexually violated and abused, right? Or they sexually violate and abuse others, mostly they are those who their victims trust or know. It's not always a stranger. Mostly someone they trusted or they know. People like so-called friends of the family or family members or boyfriends. Repairmen. They come to their house, repair stuff. You home by yourself in your pajamas. Talk to the women, and your man ain't there, or you tell your daughter, "Well, I'm at work, baby, so the plumber is coming in, the electricians are going to be coming in, the construction workers coming in, let them in, I know they coming." But then you don't know their mindset. And these are the type of people who are coming, those who trust is the one who are violating or the victim. Got the cable man coming up in there. Not aware. He's the cable man. Public servants like police officers and teachers and so-called mentors and pastors, acquaintances and associates, co-workers, those people you drop your guard around, most of them, a lot of them, although I'm not to say the ones that you know, but people in those categories are the ones who are the violators. Because it's easier to trust them and drop your guard around them. We got to wake up, brothers and sisters. I saw this news report where a son visited his own mother and he knocked her out with some kind of object and he sexually assaulted her. 2023, y'all. And this father, he was reunited with his daughter after many years. And when she visited his home for the first time, excited to see her daddy for the first, after all these years, he ended up drugging her and sexually abusing her. Nobody want to talk about this. Like I said, I'm not trying to get you to walk around paranoid or in fear and just untrustful of everybody and oh my God, and isolate you. No, I just want you to be alert and wise. Observe your surroundings and know who you have around in your circle, who you invite in your house, who invite in your confidence, who you invite around your family. When you go in and out of your car from the supermarket, you don't start looking for your daggone keys when you get to your car. When you going into a parking lot, you have your keys in your hand. You start looking for your keys to get in the car or looking for your keys to get in the house. That's time for somebody to just take you out, to do something to you. Have it ready in your hand. And if those of you ain't afraid to carry mace, have that in your hand. When you going in your car, coming out of your car, going in your house, coming out of your house. Have it in your hand. Don't try to search it in no pocketbook for that stuff or try to take it off a keychain. Have it in your hand. Hell, you can't carry a gun, carry something to keep the person off of you. Yeah, I believe in self-defense. You can't throw no Bible verse at them. You can't throw no prayer at them. Let's get physical. I'm not promoting violence. I'm promoting self-defense. Because there's people out here trying to take your valuables, take your body in pure daylight. You have to be alert. One thing about sexual predators, man, they very crafty. They cunning. They'll stop at nothing. They'll hunt until they get what they want. I hope I'm helping somebody. That's why, once again, be aware of your surroundings and the people you allow in your circle who come around you. All right? I don't care who it is. Friends, family members, co-workers. You can go to the doctor, everything. She got doctors doing stuff to people and dentists. Oh, you want me to put this? Oh, you want to go to sleep so I can put your fillings in? All right, you go to sleep. If we give you that stuff to go to sleep, wake up, next you know, patients have been sexually abused by dentists, putting them to sleep. I'm just telling you, be alert. You don't go through that procedure, bring somebody with you. Don't go by yourself. People who are sexually assaulted tend to blame themselves for what happened to them. I'm telling you straight up, brother, sister, don't blame yourself or stop blaming yourself. They blame themselves. With this kind of things we people say to themselves when they've been a victim. I brought it upon myself. It's my fault. Maybe I gave them mixed messages. Maybe I gave them the wrong message. Maybe I shouldn't have worn those type of clothing. No, brothers and sisters, no. I want you to understand this. I want you to understand this clearly. If someone violates another person, it is not their fault. It's never your fault. It is not your fault. Nor do you deserve it. Regardless of what reason, you do not deserve to be violated, right? Or be blamed for what happened. Are you feeling me? The ones who did it are the ones who are sick and twisted. But I will definitely do this. I will encourage our women and our sisters to be very selective what we put on, because you got sick-minded people out here who will hunt you like a piece of meat. So you don't want to bring too much attention to you. Already things are crazy out this Mon Junkie, so you don't want to bring more added attention that you don't need towards you or your babies. So be very careful what we're showing these sick minds out here today, because they'll take it. They'll take it. I'm just speaking in love. So you don't deserve it. A person don't deserve it. The one who did it is the sick one. So stop blaming yourself. You don't know. It's not your fault. And when something happens to you, do not suffer in bondage. No longer. Enough is enough. Do not suffer any longer in silence. I want to encourage somebody today. If anybody ever do anything to you to abuse you, to hurt or violate your body, do not suffer in silence. Tell somebody. Tell somebody. And I know people, it's not easy to do, because when you are violated, you know what I'm saying? You get the feeling of shame and embarrassment. And you don't want to tell nobody because you feel that, you know, nobody's going to believe you anyway, or they're not going to do anything about it anyway. I understand that. I understand how a person feels. How a person can feel that way. I remember when I was around 14 to 15 years old, my grandmother, this is the one who mainly raised me, she asked the choir director and his musician of the church I was a member of. She asked him, would he spend some time with me as a mentor or a big brother? You know, to have kind of like a male figure in my life. So one day, this brother took me out to eat. And after eating, on our way home, he driving me home, he started promising me the world. He was talking about he was going to give me some jewelry and some nice clothes and nice sneakers and attend the best schools. He was promising me all these things. Then he started placing his hands on my legs. I'm sitting in the car in the passenger seat. And he tried talking me into going to his house. He said, I got a nice condo. You want to see it? You know, I'm going to treat you good. I'm going to give you what a lot of your friends don't have. I promise you. He said, then come to the house so you can see my condo. At that time, brothers and sisters, I could feel, just like it was yesterday, I was very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable. And I was a little angry. Because nothing like that never happened to me. And I started thinking, damn, am I acting sexy around this dude? Am I acting sweet around him? Am I giving messages I'm that way? I started questioning myself. I got upset. And he tried to get me to his house, right? And I told him, no, just to get out of his car, I told him, no, not today, maybe next time. just to get out the car. I don't know where he was at. He could have just drove off and just knocked me out or whatever. I said, oh, no, I'll come next time. So I got out the car. I told nobody. That's the start of suffering in silence. He called me a few days later to take me out to dinner again. Let me take my time, brothers and sisters. But this time I just said no. I said, no, I want to play. I want to just stick around my block and play with my friends. And he got irate. He started threatening me, saying, if you don't meet me tonight, you will not get all the things that I promised to give you. I guess he thought I was excited about all that stuff and fascinated about all that stuff. Jewelry, cars, and nice house, and best schools. And I was a materialistic then, and I'm sure I ain't materialistic now. You should see my car. I got brand new duct tape on that bad boy I put on for this summer. So I was the wrong person you trying to excite with materialism. So I didn't meet up with the guy no more, y'all. But I never told anybody about it. I never told my grandmother about it. And then even after that, he tried to get in contact with me, but I kept avoiding him. But I never told my grandmother. I didn't tell anyone. And I think about today how many people, boys, or even probably girls, but boys especially, has he done that to after me, before me and after me? I didn't think that nobody would believe me, especially back then. Children are seen but not heard. Remember that? I shared my story, and I'm coming to my close. I shared my story to encourage somebody today. I don't know who it is. Or you may share this with somebody to encourage them. When something strange and weird happens, like those act to you, like sexual abuse and assault, or any kind of abuse, tell someone you trust. And if they don't want to hear you, keep telling somebody until someone listens to you. And I know it's not easy. It wasn't easy for me. I'm talking about it in my 60s. This is not my first time telling the story. I was a grown man. So I know it's not easy. But I know it must be done if you desire to take your power in your life back. If you desire to heal and take your power in your life back. Because all those years before I started talking about it, I was questioning myself. Damn, am I gay? Why are men attracted to me? Is something wrong with me? Am I giving them the wrong message? Am I switching? Is my clothes too tight or something? Am I perking up my lips? Pouting lips? I was questioning myself. How do I get that? How does a man look at me like that? It confused me. It messed me up. And thank God I wasn't that confused that I went to explore this thing. And a lot of people do. When people try to violate you, y'all, and you catch them out there, they'll do all kinds of things to keep you from talking. That's what you got to tell somebody. Keep telling until somebody hear you. They'll do anything in their power to keep you from talking. They'll say, if you say something, I'll kill you. If you say something, I'll kill your family. Or they say, please, come on, please don't tell nobody, because you'll get me in trouble. So the hell what? When a person experiences trauma or traumatic situation, like sexual abuse or a violation or assault, of any kind. It can cause them to have negative short-term and long-term psychological effects that affects every aspect of their life. There's some of us, some of you, or some people you may know, things happen to them, but they never disclose that to their husband and their wife. Where a marriage is supposed to be 100% truthful and honest. Some things a man ain't never told his wife because things just out of shame or embarrassment or how she may look at him. Same thing with women. And so therefore, a marriage relationship cannot be healthy if it's not built on truth. Am I hearing you? So being violated can affect a lot of areas in your life, trust issues, all kind of issues. Or somebody with your mate, or somebody may say something and may trigger something, and you're dealing with him or you're dealing with her as if him or her the other people did something to you. They getting the blame for it, or they get the smoke. I think I said that right. Children start acting funny. Action was wrong. They may start using drugs. They may start sleeping a lot more. They may start their grades are going down. All kind of you don't overlook that. Oh, that's his teenage years. No, you got to be observant. You got to ask questions. You got to talk. Let them feel comfortable coming to you about anything and everything without them feeling like they're going to be judged or punished. So these traumatic psychological effects can happen to us when someone is assaulted, but they don't deal with it. They don't heal. They have depression. They have what is called PTSD, flashbacks for what happened. You deal with anxiety, low self-esteem, self-hate. Then some people have unrestrained sexual behavior. They become promiscuous. You know what I'm saying? Instead of hating what happened to them, what they do, they'll go the other direction and just give themselves away because they don't feel no value or no worth anymore. After someone stripped them of what of their sexual, you know what I'm saying, sex of their body. When you're violated, if you're not healed, if it's not dealt with properly, you experience spiritual, mental, emotional, and social difficulties and struggles if it's not dealt with. And just joining a religion or a church or doing a lot of praying and Bible reading and drinking and drugging, it may numb you for a few hours, but it's not enough to heal you from the trauma you have experienced. No. We've been lied to. Just go to church and God will make any man be in Christ. He's a new creature. But there's trauma in us that have to be dealt with. And that's not going to just go away. But I want to encourage you, brothers and sisters, that God is bigger and stronger and more powerful than anything that you have suffered and the symptoms that you might experience. Because God, the creator within you, not some God floating out there somewhere, the God within you is a healer and a restorer. I'm a witness. And I know some of you, a lot of you probably could bear witness to this too. According to Psalms, the 30th chapter, the 2nd verse, it says, Lord my God, I called upon you for help, and you healed me. But like I said, healing, don't let religion fool you. Healing don't come out boing out of some sky, or somebody put their healing hand on you and knock you out, and you know what I'm saying? Oh, you heal. No, listen. Don't fall for the okie doke. Trauma runs deeper than that, than emotional running around and dancing and speaking in tongues. It runs deeper than that. I used to think those laying of the hands and anointing oil was going to heal me from a lot of different things. But my trauma ran deeper than that. Are you hearing me, brothers and sisters? God is spirit. And the only hands and feet that God have on this earth that he can use and work through to help heal us is ours and other people. God's not going to come down no doctor suit or sit you in no room and have no counseling sessions. Sometimes it's going to take some for people to get some professional help. No, I'm just going to trust in Jesus. I'm just going to trust in Allah. I'm just going to trust in my religion. You go ahead. There's a lot of hurt, broken, scarred people sitting up in those temples and churches and everything else, right? And they think the louder they get, the more they pray, the more they read of the Bible, the more they serve, the healer, they heal. No, you're suppressing what you went through, what you're experiencing. You're doing a lot to forget about it, but that thing is still there. You got to get it at the root. So you may need some professional help, professional therapy, and counseling. You need to sit down with a trusted spiritual leader. You're going to maybe need a support group that focus on the abuse that you dealt with or you're dealing with. And you definitely need positive, supportive friends and families to help you heal after experiencing all what you have experienced. I used to think that therapy and counseling was for weak people. No, God can do it by himself. God is God all by himself. The Bible said God's a wonderful counselor. Oh, Jesus can fix it. But like I said, God is a spirit, and the only hands and feet that he can work through on this earth is through good people. When someone is abused or assaulted, it takes something out of them. And sometimes it can leave them feeling empty and broken. But when a person decides to invest in themselves, and by taking the right steps towards getting their life and power back, then they will begin to heal and restore their life to wholeness. Then they can move towards being whole again. Remember this, brothers and sisters. This is the last thing I want to say. You were made in God's image and in God's likeness, meaning that God gives birth to gods, not the big G, little gods. God sees you as a little God. God sees you as a beautiful person, a valuable person, a special person. And God, the creator God, him or her, how you want to describe the God, him or her, he or she, wants you to see the same in yourself. You are somebody. God don't make no junk. And no longer another day allows some creep ass Negro or Negress or whoever it is steal your joy away. Take your life back. Take your power back. Heal and be all that you can be in life, because you got so much more life to live. Ashe? Ashe. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for listening on today. Thank you so much. Those of you who like to support our ministry, if you've been around for a minute, you know we about our people. We have our people best interest in mind. I'm not going to play games with your life. Games with your life. Your life is too important. Ashe? So if anybody who would like to help us, there's a way that you can do that. Keep our ministry going, keep the messages going out. You can help us. At the bottom of our screen here, you can see our Cash App and our PayPal. You know, if you desire to, you know, Cash App is $GIAM number 20. And our PayPal is paypal.me/HOTEP, which is Hotep number 2. And those of you who do so, support, donate, contribute, we thank you in advance. And those of you who do not or who cannot, we thank you for tuning in. And we give you something today. We give you ourselves and knowledge, hopefully that can help protect your life, heal your life, and restore your life. Now share this with somebody. Sit down with some people. Have conversations. Okay? And you can use this as your foundation. Share it with other people. Have a study group on it. Utilize it somehow. Take the message and put it in your own words and share it and do your own lesson on your platform, whatever you do. This is mine to give. Ashe? We're going to leave out of here as we came in. We live out here with a Hotep, which means peace. Once again, thank you, y'all. All right, those who've been around a long time, raise that beautiful black fist. Let's spread that energy. All right, let's do it. Amandla, 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 meaning power. Power to the people. Hope to see you next time. My time is up. Hotep.